Everyone around me said they heard a loud pop, and that was it. I just sat on the ground and cried.
Okay,
Cool.
doesn't matter. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Hi, I'm Paton. I'm 20 years old and studying a Bachelor of Nutrition Science at University of Wollongong. Sport has always been a crucial part of my childhood growing up. I have 2 older brothers, so I feel like I'm super competitive. I've always been passionate about health and fitness. I played a range of sports like netball, touch football and athletics. I was never really someone who regularly got injured. I took care of my body and I was always eager to try new things. I wanted to try something new when I moved to Wollongong near the beach, so I wanted to do beach sprinting. I was almost ready to compete after I completed my surf lifesaving qualifications until I had a huge incident. It was the middle of October 2024, so last year, and I was probably in one of my best shapes fitness-wise, doing my beach sprinting, and I was in a touch football competition called Country Champs. The first day of competition was going really well. We were winning lots of games until the very last game. Towards the end of the game, I was making a tag on the opposition when they were going to dive for the try line. We ended up colliding. I got caught between 2 players and they fell on top of my knee. I basically fell to the ground straight away, and everyone around me said they heard a huge pop in my knee, which is usually the sound of a ligament snapping. As soon as I hit the ground, I knew straight away that I ruptured my ACL. Unfortunately, this is the second time I've had this injury. The first time it happened, I was back in my hometown about 4 years ago playing a touch footy grand final where I stepped off the wrong foot. It took me 12 months to make a full successful recovery. I had a strict rehabilitation program, so I was able to play sport again. I was back to normal. Since then, I have been building my strength and conditioning, and I was probably at my fittest when I did my ACL again. I never thought in a million years it would happen twice. So when I did it the second time round, all those emotions came straight back to me and I was so devastated that I had done it again. I had my surgery at the end of November and I was luckily able to get in pretty fast. After surgery, the first 2 months are probably the hardest physically and mentally. I had to go home, back to my hometown, where my parents could look after me just because I couldn't do anything on my own. I couldn't drive around. I struggled to walk, struggled to get into bed. I had pain basically 24/7 after surgery. Just felt like my knee was very heavy, very achy. Barely could sleep at night. I also was in a brace, so that kind of limited me. I've never experienced pain like this before. It was just constant. I felt like it would never go away. Because I had to move back to my hometown, I had to move away from all my friends and my life here in Wollongong. And to make matters worse, I was also going through my final exams. Everything had to be delayed and changed. It was just a very difficult time for me. I'm currently 4 months post-op and I'm able to walk, I'm able to drive, and do everything pretty much normally now. I'll be able to run in about 2 months and I'm currently working on my jumping at the moment. Thankfully, I've had a really strong support system around me. Although the process is very long and lonely, it can be very rewarding. It has helped me build a lot of patience and perseverance in tough times throughout my life. After the second rupture, you have to really think about whether you want to play sport again. Although I would love to get back to the level that I was before both injuries, I don't want to risk hurting myself again. I'm definitely keen to get back into athletics. However, I don't think I'll be getting back into contact sports. But after everything, I'm glad to be just where I am right now.